And when he said Israel is an apartheid, this is a joke, but Jews are saying that Israel is an apartheid, and nobody really knows what really apartheid is. But if Israel is an apartheid, then the Arabs are double apartheid, because there's no Jew living there. And if a Jew gets in an Arab country, he gets lynched, whether it's in the Palestinian Authority or other places. But I'm a lawyer myself, I don't want to waste time on legal matters, but I want to give you some glimpse how the whole world can be wrong, and yet nobody shows them that they are wrong. Now we go back, I'm not talking about the Bible and the Promised Land. This is very, very important. But I want to talk about international law. Because when they say that settlements are illegal, it means they are speaking law. And if they are speaking law, we should answer them by law. Now, if we take the Balfour Declaration, the British conquered the Middle East in 1917. And the British and the French decided to share these territories between a few nations. They decided to give the Arabs Mesopotamia, which then became Iraq, Syria and Lebanon. Palestine was designated to the Jewish people. Now let me tell you that at that time, the Jews were a small minority in Palestine. And yet, the Allied powers, the British and the French, decided to give this area to the Jewish people because of the historical connection of the Jews to the land of Palestine. So let me read to you part of the Balfour Declaration. It says this: His Majesty's government view with favor the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people. I want you to remember the words national home. A national home for the Jewish people, and will use their best endeavors to facilitate the achievement of this object, it being clearly understood that nothing shall be done which may prejudice the civil and religious rights of existing non-Jewish communities in Palestine. What you learn from this is that nationhood is given only to one people, and that's the Jewish people. The Arabs were not forgotten. The minorities, or not the minorities, the non-Jewish people were not forgotten. It says they will be given civil and religious rights, and that only. So when the Arabs say, where are we? Why did you give us part of Palestine? It's our country. No, it's not. It's not. We can tell them it's not their country. Because the area was designated to the Jewish people alone. Now after that, this document is not an international document. It's a document stated by the British government to the Jewish people through Mr. Rothschild, Lord Rothschild. But the documents that came after that are international instruments, binding international instruments. After this comes the San Remo in 1920, which reaffirmed the fact that Palestine goes to the Jewish people and to them alone. Now let me explain that Palestine in 1920 was two sides of the Jordan River. Not just the western part, but the whole part was Palestine. That's what's called Palestine. When it says here Palestine, it doesn't mean part of Palestine. After San Remo,